I used to be a stylist, as I mentioned before, and I'm gonna show how I go about making a wig. I did make this one here, and you might have seen a few videos with this. This was a trial for me because it was the crochet. So this here is my mannequin head, and I wrapped it. Let me let you guys know what I'm using. So I bought this wrap strips. I got some glue, the wig cap, and I didn't even look at the color, but I guess the brown will work. This is dark brown. There are 2 in the pack. And I got some of these clips here, metal clips if I need that. But this is the Tinkerbell Fab 8 series. Now guys, you want to hear something funny? So while I was in the beauty supply store, I thought about getting that holder that you can attach to the table and place the mannequin head on there. But I remembered having one, and I loaned it to my daughter. We were both in the beauty supply place, and she was like, Mom, I remember giving you back that wig stand. I said, all right, let me go home and look instead of buying one. I came home, I looked, I couldn't find it. And there is a screen printer that I bought about 2 years now, and still working on trying to get it up and running. So there's a piece that was bought for like the cap, came with. I got the mannequin head, and without even thinking, I went over, like I said, to this area. I was just straightening up something, and guess what I found? This piece to the screen printer that you put the cups, I believe this part is for the cups. It has this lever. I saw this, and this reminded me of the holder for the mannequin head. Look guys, I put it on there and it fits, and that is gonna be my mannequin head holder. Don't laugh, okay? But so far what I did was to wrap my mannequin head. I braided down her hair. I wrapped her head with the wrap strips. Wrap it to where the hair is not exposed to the glue. So after wrapping that, I put on the stocking cap. I'm gonna start with, let's see, I'm gonna start from ear to ear in the back. With the first row, I'm starting from one ear to the next. All right. I forgot. Gonna need your scissors too. All right, so I measured it. I cut to the length that I need. Then I'm gonna go ahead and glue. My next row, I'm going to start from here on the edge onto the other side. Now this here is called the weft of the hair. So when you're gluing it, you can glue it on either side, just depending on how you want your curls to lay. But I'm gonna go on this side of the weft. So when you're gluing, you want to place your glue tip on top and just go along the weft of the hair to where it covers, the glue covers that, so you'll be able to you know, stick it on your stocking cap. So I'm gonna place my track here, and I'm giving it a little curve. I'm using my fingers to guide. Using my fingers to guide where I place my track. Now some people do use a blow dryer to dry the track, you know. So that's my second track. Moving on to the next. I'll come around from one edge to the next. And there are different ways that you can even do this. I remember, you know, I used to go all the way around, and then I would cut, you know, in the front where I need to style it. But I noticed with some of the synthetic here, when you cut it, it doesn't have such a nice look, you know. So I've come around to, you know, the front here on my forehead where my eyes are. And I have placed this side here just a little bit away from, you know, where it falls over, you know, to cover my eyes. So I'm trying to line up the other side, that kind of, you know, same measurement. And I'm using the edge of the stocking cap right here to guide this here. So that's where I'm going to be putting this piece here. Right, so I'm giving you a view of the back, what the back looks like so far. All right, so here I am working on doing my part. So I usually wear my part on the right side. So what I'm going to be doing is going more on this side and then try to put a, you know, less on this side. So my hair will be falling to one side a little bit more than the other. And what I also wanted to point out, when I'm measuring my track, I take into consideration that I am giving it a curve and not straight, you know. So I want to come down with this part into the other track that's there. So as I'm coming up to the crown of the head, I am trying to do my closure at the top. So you can see it, you know, I'm trying to get here smaller and smaller. So I'm coming around with the same track that I started at, and I'm just coming around in a circle, getting closer and closer to closing up this gap here in the crown. So I'm at the smallest part of the crown, if you can see that right there. And I just, like I said, went around in circles with the track and just glued it all the way around. And then I am going to cut a little allowance here on the hair. I'm gonna stick that in, and then I'm going to, you know, just glue and push this into that little circle there that's sticking out. I'm trying to glue the end of it and push it into that little space right there, putting some pressure on there so it holds. I just spread the hair out. Instead of using the crown that they included in the package, I just made my own little crown. So that is my closure. Guys, so here is my finished look. Let me go through and show you. This is what the finished look you know, is like. And what I wanted to point out is I did do the wrap with the wrapping paper with the the strips, the wrap strips, and then put the stocking cap on first on the mannequin head. So I just wanted to show you when that is complete, you know, you go ahead and remove the paper. Okay, and all right, so I did go ahead and let the glue dry on the cap. So as you can see, I was removing all that the tissue paper, and you know, that's what it's looking like. So it will sit nicely on your head, you know, when you do put it on. All right, so I'm gonna turn it back on the right side. Let me try it on, see what it looks like. All right, guys, so this is a dress down look with the wig. Let me give you a little close up. And then I have enough, you know, to cover in the front here. I usually like to have, you know, here like swoop to the side. So I'm trying to play with it so it gives that look. All right, but yeah.